There is a quiet shift happening in fintech right now. Just recently, payment giants took a major step toward becoming a regulated crypto bank. On February 17th, Bridge, a company owned by Stripe, received conditional approval from the US regulator. On the very same day, Payoneer announced it is rolling out stablecoin capabilities for small and medium businesses. This means one thing: stablecoins are no longer a gray area. They are official banking instruments. But there is one problem no one is talking about. Public blockchain infrastructure is not ready for this influx of giants. And if your business depends on transactions, you are in the risk zone. Welcome to the second episode of GetBlock's new show, Running Web3. We focus on tech that actually powers this industry. Let's get started. Let's look at the hard facts. The stablecoin market has officially broken the 300 billion mark. To put that into perspective, that is larger than GDP of many countries. But the market cap number is just vanity metrics. What matters is volume and velocity. Who is actually moving this money? Take Visa. For years they just talked about crypto, but recently they officially moved settlement to leave blockchains. They're using Ethereum and Solana for USDC transactions. And I want you to understand the gravity of this thing. This is not some kind of a sandbox test or a pilot project. This is a real production. When you swipe a card, usually the merchant waits days for the actual cash settlement via SWIFT. Visa is now replacing that archaic banking rail with blockchain rails. Now add Payoneer to the mix. These are not people buying meme coins or NFTs. These are people paying salaries, paying for software, paying rent. This creates a constant, high-frequency baseline of transactions that never stops. Do you think Visa or Stripe will tolerate a pending transaction? The answer is no. They will pay whatever gas fee necessary. They will dominate the block space. If you're using a public shared node, you're just a plankton for them. They will not wait in line. They will take up any available byte in the block space. So before we panic about Ethereum congestion, here is a fun fact. Did you know that the very first stablecoin, it did not start on Ethereum, it actually started on Bitcoin. Back in 2014, we had the Omni Layer. It wasn't a blockchain, it was a clever hack on top of Bitcoin transactions. To send 100 crypto dollars, you had to send a tiny of Bitcoin with specific metadata. It worked, technically. But imagine buying a coffee and waiting 60 minutes for confirmation of your transaction, or paying a fee higher than the transfer itself. So those are the reasons why the Omni Layer died. As the market moved away from Omni's limitations, new and more complex models emerged to solve this stability puzzle. There are three types of stablecoins. The first one is fiat-backed. Examples are USDT or USDC. We call it a casino chip model because one token equals to $1 in a bank vault. Think of it like walking into a casino. The chips are valuable only because you trust the casino has the cash in the back to pay you out. What are the pros? Stable and liquid. What are the cons? You have to trust the issuer not to lose or freeze the money. The second type, crypto-backed coins like dApp. This is the digital pawn shop basically. Here there is no bank, instead you use a smart contract. So basically, yeah, it works like a pawn shop. To borrow $100, you must lock up $150 worth of Ethereum. We call this over-collateralization. The system is uncensorable and transparent, but there is a catch. If the value of your Ethereum drops too low, the smart contract automatically sells your assets to pay back the debt. No mercy. And finally, the third type, algorithmic stablecoins. The most famous example is Terra USD. No collateral, no vaults, just code that says, "Trust me, mate." It tries to keep the price stable by printing and burning a partner token, like Luna. The verdict? It works great in a bull market, but in a crisis it triggers a death spiral. As we saw with Terra, $40 billion can vanish in days. So if you're building a serious business and not a scam, you should probably stick to the first two. What does this institutional takeover mean for us, developers, DeFi projects, builders? It means that we are entering in the era of latency wars. Here's the mechanics of the disaster. When a giant like Visa dumps a patch of settlement transactions, they are not asking nicely, they are paying for priority block space. The network gets congested instantly. And this is where public RPC nodes start to choke. It's not just that they get slow, it's about tail latency or P99. Normally, your node responds in 100 milliseconds, but during an institutional spike, that P99 latency jumps to 5, 10, even 30 seconds. Or worse, it times out completely with a 429 error. To your user, this will look like your app is broken. Your DeFi dashboard misses an incoming payment, your trading bot tries to execute a swap but the transaction hangs in pending, your user stares at an endless loading spinner and then leaves for a competitor. So, if you're building a fintech in 2026, you cannot afford sitting in traffic. You need a dedicated lane, and this is exactly what we do with GetBlock. We provide private RPC nodes for over 80 blockchains. When you use our dedicated node, you are not sharing resources with thousands of other users. We build infrastructure that allows you to scale from startup to Stripe level without changing providers. Check the link in the description to try out a free node. Connect now so you don't have to fix your production when the real hype starts. And one more thing, we're talking about Visa and humans, but the real storm is still ahead. Analysts like the Lloyd Banking Group are calling 2026 the year of Agentic AI. Financial agents will soon start executing transactions autonomously. Ordinary infrastructure will simply block your agent for spamming. At GetBlock, we are already preparing for this by offering unlimited packages for high-frequency operations. So guys, stablecoins have become banks, Visa is on Ethereum, agents are waking up. Infrastructure is no longer a boring technical detail, it is your competitive advantage. Check your node speed right now, cause if your ping is over 100 milliseconds, you're already losing your money. Thank you for your time guys, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Check out our beautiful communities in X and Telegram. And of course, check out links in the description to try out new possible solutions for your infrastructure. My name is Sergey and I'm DevRel at GetBlock. See you in the next episode of Running Web3.